Well, ladies and gentlemen, you went and did it. I didn't think you would, but you went ahead and did it anyways. And quite frankly, I'm beside myself. I can't believe it. I can't believe you would go and do something like this. This is unbelievable. And I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. I'm absolutely beside myself. Because we hit 2,000 subscribers. Yes, we did. We hit 2,000 subscribers. Actually, last night, while I was sleeping, the counter ticked over. So I missed the magic moment, unfortunately, but it was such a wonderful thing to wake up to when I woke up and saw that I had not 2,000 subscribers, but 2,015. And now, as I'm recording this at 9:30 at night, I'm sitting at 2,081. Which is a phenomenal amount of single day growth on my channel. So, and I think I know who's to blame. Actually, I think it's Jim Sterling and Digital Homicide are to blame. More to the point, James Romine and Jim Sterling. Because my Jim Sterling versus Digital Homicide video, the lawsuit that would not end, is now just recently broke 12,000 views. So that's 12,200 at the time of this recording. Ardent Jim Sterling supporters who have come to my channel to make sure to stay up to date on the current goings on of this travesty of a lawsuit that Jim is forced to endure. And it is very much one of those things where I feel bad for him. I do. Because even though this lawsuit is a joke for all intents and purposes, it has to be exceptionally mentally draining, and it would be on anyone. And so my heart really does go out to him. I said that during the video, and I mean every word of it. Jim actually did thank me in the comments. So Jim, if you're actually looking at this and if you're watching this video, then just a verbal reminder out there, because I know you see it in text a lot, and I'm sure that is heartwarming, but I want to make sure that there is indeed a verbal reminder for you that you have close to 500,000 people who are rooting for you. And I am indeed one of them. I've actually been a follower of Jim Sterling on his channel for quite some time. Even when he was still doing videos, or when he was still doing content for The Escapist, I was following him. So I've been around, hidden in the background for a long time. But as with anyone else with a message and a voice, I have, of course, as you can see here, stepped out of the shadows and into the light, where I put up my own views and my own ideas and ideals for people to judge for themselves. And it's very much one of those things where my channel reaching this viewership, and I know the vast majority of you actually came over to my channel from videos regarding Digital Homicide and regarding Jim Sterling and a few notable others. You came for those, and you stayed for me, is an oft-used phrase that I heard when I was wondering why so many people were subscribing to my channel, because I just couldn't believe it. I couldn't wrap my head around it. I never thought I would break 1,000 subscribers, let alone break 2. And now it's one of those things where it's like YouTube is fast becoming a drug for me, as I'm sure it probably is for a lot of YouTubers, to where I get a taste of it and I want more. I want to see 10,000. I want to see 100,000. I want to be able to sit here and show you guys that silver button. I want to be able to turn this into a successful channel. And a lot of you have lent your help and your own brains towards this idea for quite some time, and I really do appreciate it. I especially want to give a shout out to a Patreon follower of mine and a longtime subscriber to the channel, Alexander. And I wanted to say this and call you out into the limelight, buddy, just for a minute. This is because there for a long time, I tried to make a set schedule for reviews and things of that nature. And I tried to set at least some form of regular content because I have a full-time job, and it's extremely taxing having a full-time job and being a father on top of it and attempting to manage a YouTube channel, Twitter feed, Facebook, and all that in between. It's a Herculean effort, the likes of which I can understand now why so few people don't want to pursue a YouTube channel, because it's a different style of work, and a lot of people think it's not a job, but even where I'm sitting at 2,000 subscribers, it is a job. It is a job. I have to keep up on so many different things that it is a massive, massive time sink, and one that I gladly and willingly invest my time in, because I love it. It's phenomenal. I wouldn't rather do anything else in the world. And, it's great because Alexander actually messaged me on Patreon a short while ago, a couple of weeks ago, and said, you've been pushing very hard and you haven't been able to put out too much content. And I'm paraphrasing, so bear with me. This isn't exactly what he said. But he basically said, maybe you should do some Twitch streams and then post those to YouTube, some genuine first impressions of games and everything. And I was like, there for a while I was doing genuine first impressions where I load up a game and I start recording sight unseen, and that way you guys can get my genuine real reactions to these games and what I think of them. And there for a while I was getting a lot of compliments, and a lot of people were saying, man, this is fantastic. And I stopped doing that and started leaning more towards full reviews, which actually full reviews take a psychotic amount of work. They really do. It'll be a lot easier with the new recording software I actually got into. I started using OBS, which is, I think my audio is slightly off here. I can kind of see it as I'm looking at myself on the monitor right now. And so I might have to adjust that in editing, and I'm going to have to figure out why there's a time delay there. But other than that, I'm able to set all this up before I'm recording instead of adding in all these effects, because this is actually me, green screen background, and then green screen on that TV there. That's actually a green screen effect there. So these videos are 1, 2, 3 layers deep right there. And then we have the multiple audio sequences. So it's actually a vast amount of editing for something like this. But with OBS, I'm able to set up these templates and just have them here, sitting ready and waiting. And it just records all in one thing, which will make my video processing greatly condensed too. So it's a lot of, I know I'm thinking out loud, and a lot of these nuts and bolts things probably most of you don't give any thought about in the world and really don't care, and I don't blame you. It's perfectly fine. It's stuff that I have to worry about. But it's one of those things, as an example, that, it's a huge time sink to do videos like that, and genuine first impressions reviews don't, comparatively speaking, take very little time. I mean, basically, they take, as opposed to 6 to 8 hours for not including game time, 6 to 8 hours for a review, it takes me about 2.5 hours for a first impressions video, which is a lot faster. Plus, factoring game time on top of it, the game time is just the recording time for a first impressions video, whereas game time for a full review, I have to play the whole damn game first, and then I have to review the footage. So a lot more time. So yeah, he recommended that, and I decided, oh my God, I don't know why I didn't come to this conclusion on my own. I'd had some inklings, but they would have easily been dismissed had Alexander not said something to me. So I really appreciate it that he did so. He's always been a fantastic person, very intelligent person who's been subscribed to my channel for a long time. And so you can thank all of the recent first impressions videos. You can thank him for that. This is a direct result of his opinion and his recommendation, and also a direct result of my willingness to listen to you guys, because I am not a stuck-up son of a bitch. I am extremely arrogant, but most of that is in regards to my looks. and my hair. But I'm always willing to recommendations and suggestions and requests and things like that. Actually, my recent Starforge video was from, generally if there's one person requesting it, I might not do it unless it brings up a topic that I really want to cover. The Starforge controversy video that I recently did, this was actually multiple people requested that, and it covers a topic that I feel that I haven't covered quite enough on my channel, and I feel it would be a nice aperitif before we get into the main rant and discussion video, which I am working on right now. I'm working on lining up talking points and everything like that, and so you can definitely see a lot more of that in the future. And I've even had a couple of brand new subscribers actually requesting that I discuss additional languishing early access titles to be able to warn people and maybe also help encourage early access titles that seem to be going well, which would be an interesting take, and I'm not sure too many YouTubers are really doing that right now. So it might be an interesting thing for me to do. Of course, I did not commit to anything, and that was Sir Violent Death who made the suggestion. So thank you for the suggestion, Sir Violent Death. I do appreciate it, and I apologize if you don't enjoy being in the limelight. I promise I won't use your real name ever if I ever do learn it, unless you want me to. I try to avoid real names, though. And it was an interesting suggestion. I told him I would give it some serious thought, and I will. And if it's something that I can work out, that may be something that I might do on a weekly basis, because I can foresee that taking a fair amount of research. But I don't want to do what I've done in the past, and I don't want to bite off more than I can chew. And I think that's one of the largest problems that I've had with my channel up until this point, is the simple fact that I do have a tendency to want to do more than there are hours in the day for, which, it's a good problem to have, but it is a problem that, I do have a lot of ideas and a lot of ideals and a lot of high hopes to be able to do a lot of wonderful things for you guys. And hopefully if we get large enough to the point, then I will be able to do everything I want to do with the channel. And that would be just simply amazing. It would. And that's very much something that I'm extremely interested in doing. And so that's one of those things where, like I said, it leads back to the total subscriber count. And, as I said, I never thought I would reach 1,000 subscribers. I never thought I would reach 100. I always said that if my voice could get out there and affect one person, make one person's life better, make one person think a little bit more, then the purpose of my channel has been fulfilled. And I never thought for a million years that I would achieve any form of success, even if it's just a minor amount by YouTube standards, at all. I didn't think it would happen. And here we are sitting at 2,083 subscribers. I've gained 2 subscribers while I've been talking in the last 15 minutes. It's just a new experience for me. This tends to happen whenever I do a Jim Sterling video. I get this massive bump of subscribers, which I'm totally okay with, by the way. Don't get me wrong. But it's one of those things where it warms my heart, because this means that a lot of viewers, a lot of fans of Jim Sterling's channel that are checking out my videos are liking what I have as well, and are subscribing because of that. And so that tells me means that people who like his channel and people who like my channel means that I am doing something right. I may not be doing everything right, but I'm doing something right. And that's a start. And I hope to be able to continue that. And so this is something that I haven't done for a while. Is that I haven't actually taken the time to stop and thank my Patreon subscribers. And it's been far too long. So please allow me a brief indulgence to do that now. First off, we have the longest Patreon subscriber, and first, he's actually a personal friend of mine, so a little bit of bias there. Cyber Slacker, who does also have a YouTube channel. He does mostly Let's Plays. He's a fantastic human being and a heck of a good gamer, so don't forget to go check his channel out. Thank you so much, man, for being a Patreon subscriber. I love you for it. And then, of course, Alexander, who gave me the push that I needed for the first impressions videos. Thank you so much, sir. Your intellect and your opinions have always been valued, as has your being a follower. I really do appreciate it. You've been a wonderful person and a wonderful support for my channel, and I can't thank you enough. Also, Lich Smash, in the same vein, very much so. You've never asked for anything back. In fact, we've had exceptionally limited contact with each other, and you've outright refused any form of recompense for the vast amount of money that you've donated on my Patreon. You, sir, are a wonder in this day and age, and a true rare human being, and I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much for all of the support you've given to the channel. Also, Hyrule Spy is a person who has been a bit of we've had a fair amount of contact on AP Gaming Reel's Discord channel, mostly for Winter's Edge and things of that nature. Wonderfully creative person, another fantastic person who's been donating to my channel for a while now. Hyrule, I do appreciate you more than you realize. You are a fantastic human being. Don't let anyone tell you any different. We also have Marley Inama, who is another YouTuber. Which I'm totally fine with. I seem to be collecting YouTubers. She does her channel. She does mostly movie reviews and things in that nature, and she does review video games as well. She seems to be going through a bit of the growing process that I went through in my early days when you don't necessarily have the best equipment, because of course the best equipment is psychotically expensive, and so it's a bit of a learning process. Her channel is still fairly new, but she's got a lot of content out there, and I like her opinions. I like her opinions and her take on things. It's an interesting channel, to say the least. So don't forget to go give her a check out. It's, to be perfectly fair, it's not going to be to everyone's taste, not yet. But, as with every early channel, whose is? But I like her content. I enjoy watching it. So Marley, thank you so much for being a Patreon subscriber, and know that I do watch your channel and I like your videos. So there. Also, we have Jim, wonderful person. He and I are friends on Twitter. We've actually been on some role-playing one-shots together, and he is very much a friend of mine. Jim, I do love you, even though you're a Texan. I won't hold that against you too much. Thank you for being a Patreon subscriber. I know you agonize over not being able to donate enough, but trust me, man, like I said, even $1 helps out way more than anyone ever possibly realizes, because I'm not sure any of you are aware that the way YouTube, the way we earn money on YouTube is, of course, through ad revenue. And, of course, that's taken a dive, with ad blockers and things of that nature. So the CPM, or dollar per thousand views, for ads, has kind of taken a tank over recent years. And it's very much now at the current state where $1 on Patreon actually equates to somewhere between 1,000 to 1,500 views on YouTube. So $1 a month is, Jim, way more than you thought. I know we've discussed it, but trust me, dude, it's plenty. You don't worry about it. So Jim, fantastic human being, wonderful person that everyone I know loves him to death. And yeah, thanks again. And Tyson, of course, he and I still chat quite a bit on AP Game Reel's Discord as well. Another fantastic human being, recently married and recently yeah, a fan, recently married. Wow, man. Awesome. You're a lucky man. You are. I envy you. I don't enjoy the single life, let me tell you. Tyson is a wonderful human being. Again, you're all fantastic people. Tyson has very much a dad-style humor, always with a pun ready. And, you know, it always brightens my day being able to chat with him. And I love it. I love all of these people. They're fantastic human beings. And I love that I've garnered the support of these types of people, because that really, really tells me more than anything else that the standards to which I hold my channel and to which you all hold my channel is very important. And the integrity and honesty of the viewers and of the channel, not to mention the channel itself, is amazing. It really is. And I couldn't ask for better subscribers in the whole world. I couldn't. As frankly, I'm not sure they exist. So, you know, it's one of those things where now like I said, I've gotten a taste for it. It's like a drug. I've gotten a taste for it, and I want more. I want more. I want to reach the 10,000. I want to reach the 50,000. I want to get that silver button. I want to be able to churn this channel into a voice and a power for positive change within the industry. But that can only happen if I end up getting YouTube famous, which probably will not happen. I'm still not going to, you know, I'm not going to hold any reservations about it. I'm still, well, I do have a modicum of popularity to the tune of 2,000 subscribers. In YouTube terms, I'm still a small fish in a big sea. But with your help, we will continue growing. We will continue to make this channel greater and better and more fantastic. And our voices will be able to continue to grow and become louder to the point where developers and publishers eventually will be forced to stop and listen. And that is exceptionally important to me. And being able to be here for you guys, being able to maintain these standards is key. And I hope to be able to continue to be at, if I could get my mouth to continue to work properly for just a few more minutes. I do apologize. If I could continue to make my channel do as well as it has been and continue to grow, that would be amazing. But I can't do it without you guys. So continue sharing, Twitter, Facebook, Reddit, Instagram, everywhere that anyone will listen. Remind them that I'm here. For those of you that are interested, do so. Go subscribe on the Patreon. Every bit of it goes into the channel. And I am also leveraging some PR companies. We're going to be looking into possibly getting some advertising done to be able to get the word out to a wider viewership, that my channel is here, that it exists, and that it has not only excellent content but excellent subscribers already. But I'm beginning to ramble even more than usual, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up, especially considering I've been talking for almost 25 minutes. So thank you guys so much for getting us to this point. This is unbelievable, and thank you so much for watching the videos. Thank you so much to all my Patreon subscribers, and thank you so much for everything. I look forward to another great year with you guys of being able to make fantastic content that will sometimes make you laugh and sometimes make you think. So thanks again for watching, ladies and gentlemen. I am SidAlpha, and I will see you next time.